एतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। समस्तजन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hari Om, salutations to all. So, Akshay Tritiya, tomorrow. Akshay word means that which is imperishable. Tritiya is the third tithi. So, Akshay Tritiya is actually Vaishakh Shukla Tritiya. The Vaishakh month, the Shukla Paksha Tritiya it is. And literally Akshay indicates our true nature, the self. So, Akshay Tritiya is we transcend the three bodies, meaning gross, subtle, causal body, three states of consciousness, waking, dream, deep sleep, three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. If we transcend the identification with these, we come to realize that which is Akshay, which is imperishable. Now, that is a Vedantic significance, and the idea here is a Vedantic student will meditate. Whatever sadhana one does on Akshay Tritiya, the result of that sadhana also will be Akshay, imperishable. Anything, dan, japa, dhyan, vrata, upvas, whatever sadhana one does. Akshay Tritiya, the phala will be Akshay. So, so for a Vedantic student, yes, one will always meditate on the self. Early morning one takes bath and gets ready, and first thing to do is meditate on the imperishable nature of the self. Bodies come and go, thoughts come and go, emotions rise and fall, things around us change, but there is one changeless absolute truth, that is Akshay, which is in our heart, which we feel as I am, aham, 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 that is going on all the time. So, Akshay, one meaning is that, imperishable. And all sadhanas done for that. So, to realize that Akshay Tattva, we need purity of mind. And for purity of mind, all different sadhanas are done. So, this Akshay Tritiya is a specific day where the significance from Puranic standpoint is this. It is also called Nara-Narayan Jayanti. So Bhagavan manifests in Bhagavatam. We see one of the most important avatars of Bhagavan is as Rishi Nar and Narayan in Badrinath. So the day Bhagavan manifests as Nar-Narayan is the Akshay Tritiya Jayanti. It is also said Bhagavan manifested as Parashuram on this day and Hayagriva. So it is the day where we celebrate these three different avatars of Bhagavan. Nar-Narayan are those rishis who are even now meditating at Badrinath. If you go there, they will say this one hill is Nar and other hill is Narayan. And the same Nar and Narayan took a form as Krishna and Arjun in the Dwapar Yuga. So Nar Rishi is who came as Arjun, Narayana Rishi is one who came as Bhagavan Krishna. So Nara-Narayan Jayanti, Parashuram Jayanti as well as the Hayagriva Jayanti. Now on this day, there was again Mahabharata says the legend is when Pandavas went to the forest. Then Bhagavan gave them, Surya Bhagavan, because they pleased Surya Devata. So Surya Bhagavan gave them a vessel that is called as the Akshay Patra. So that Akshay Patra is where this inexhaustible food comes till Draupadi finishes her meal. Till then food will keep coming. Once Draupadi completes her meal, then it will stop for the day. Then again next day. So it is said that these Pandavas, they did the Surya Upasana, and then that is how the Akshay Patra was given to them. So Akshay Tritiya also is significant of abundance of food, prosperity through food. And that's why Annadan also is done on that day. Again, as I said, that any sadhana we do that day, the result is inexhaustible. So Annadan can be done that day. Then also we find that it is said that Bhagwan Krishna and Sudama, they met after they finished their study at the Gurukul and they parted ways. Krishna Bhagwan met Sudama on Akshay Tritiya day, when Sudama went to meet Bhagwan. So again, that's a very auspicious day where we see bhakti. Sudama surrenders to Bhagwan, he has love for Bhagwan, he doesn't even ask for any material benefits. He actually is in a very, his condition is he is very poor. And his wife tells him, why don't you go and ask your friend? And he goes, taking some poha he goes, and when he meets Bhagwan, he has forgotten his condition and all that. And then of course, then we know the story. Bhagwan blesses him, and when he goes back, he sees in his place there has been a big palace and wealth and everything. So that is the one of the reasons why on that day one buys gold. Because gold is also considered as, one aspect is wealth, but gold also does not corrode. It is a noble metal, considered very sacred. So tradition has been to buy gold. And the reason is, we have to have that bhavana that with Bhagwan's grace I have enough that I can buy this. So on one hand you buy for your investment, on the other hand you do dan, annadan also you do. And through spiritual practices like this, how in our country savings and investment is encouraged. Just now he was telling us that if people had bought whatever 10 grams of gold 25 years ago, now it would be how much and what would be the value for it. So our Sanatan Dharma is actually based on the idea of savings, not on the idea of living in credit. And one of the reasons why many times our country has been able to deal with recession etc. well is because of that mindset. And that people do have. From childhood one is taught that, how to save. So Akshaya Tritiya is significant for that we buy on that day. The people only think of buying gold. But what is actually that which is Akshay? Akshay is bhakti towards Bhagwan. That is the real Akshay Tritiya, that wealth in our heart where we have devotion towards Bhagwan, where we contemplate on the knowledge that my nature is pure consciousness, and that is Akshay. And we are able to serve the society through the dan that we do. So that is the main significance of Akshay Tritiya. Now we also see that because of the nature's seasons, the Chota Char Dham, Gangotri, Yamunotri, Badrinath and Kedarnath. So after Deepavali, the kapat will shut and Bhagwan's Utsav Murti is brought down. In each place there is a specific place. Like Kedarnath, he will come to Ukhi Mat. Gangotri, Bhagwan will come, Ganga Devi will come to Harshil. Badrinath, he will come to Joshi Mat. Yamunotri, he will come down to, what is the place I forgot? Hanuman Chatti, little down further. So Devi will come down there. So from Deepavali up to this 1 or 2 days before Akshay Tritiya, the Utsav Murti of Bhagavan is worshipped in these places. The main Murti remains, of course, there only. And then again the Murti is taken back. And on Akshay Tritiya, the main doors will open. So the yatras will start. People will start doing the Char Dham Yatra. Always on Akshay Tritiya. Yatra will open always on Akshay Tritiya. It doesn't open on 1st May. Whichever day is Akshay Tritiya, that day it will open. So, that is another significance where the Char Dham Yatra starts on Akshay Tritiya. And yes, on this day one can worship, if one can keep a fast, worship Bhagwan Vishnu, Mother Lakshmi, Krishna Bhagwan, Surya Devata. They are the main deities to be worshipped. If one wants to worship one's own Ishta Devata, not a problem. One can still worship apart from any of these. Specific items that can be donated on this day are clothes, ghee, rice, fruits, salt, vegetables. These are specific 6 items that are to be donated. Vishnu Sahasranam, if one chants, ideal. And Lakshmi Narayan Puja, as a puja, what is done specifically is Lakshmi Narayan Puja on Akshay Tritiya day. Because it is also that both we need. Lakshmi is not only the wealth, but Lakshmi is the wealth of values and virtues, which if we follow, mind becomes purified and one realizes the Narayana Tattva. So Lakshmi Narayan are worshipped together today and do this puja of Krishna Bhagavan, etc. So that's the main significance of this Akshay Tritiya day. Vaishakh Shukla Tritiya it is. So it is Vaishakh Shukla Tritiya. After 2 days will come Vaishakh Shukla Panchami, that is Adi Shankaracharyaji's Jayanti. And again after 2 days will come Vaishakh Shukla Saptami, that is Swami Vidyaranya's Jayanti. So these 3 days are very auspicious. They come in one sequence. So this is one significance. Think of it only as, okay, I have to buy gold today. That you can buy. But apart from that, all these other things, the day becomes divine by the thought of the divinity. That is important. And that is why that day is sacred. Not because we have to buy gold. People remember it only to buy gold. Akshay Tritiya hai, gold buy karo. No, that is secondary. Akshay Patra is the upasana that the Pandavas have done for Surya and pleased Surya Bhagavan. Then Akshay Patra was given. Krishna and Sudama, significance of devotion. Nara-Narayan Rishi, significance is tapasya. Hayagriva, the significance is he revived the Vedas. Then Parashuram Ji, that spirit of resistance, active resistance to evil, that is Parashuram Ji. Those things if we don't remember, then we lose out. Gold, so you can buy any day. Buying gold is not going to add anything new if I buy on Akshay Tritiya, just buy as an act of buying. But if I remember all these and then I buy, and then I do those sadhanas also. I do fasting, I do Japa, I do worship of Lakshmi Narayan Bhagavan. Thank Bhagavan for that ability to have all this wealth, and then use that wealth for charity, do some dhan. Those things are more important. And ultimately, yes, contemplate on that consciousness which is Akshay. Because I may have gold, but if I don't know who am I truly, then what am I doing? That gold is only material. My true nature is the real wealth. That I have to know. So this is the significance of Akshaya Tritiya.